talk to me just a little bit about these stem cells. And I understand, and I'm sure folks in the audience do too, but what do stem cells do? What's their purpose in the body?
So within the body, these stem cells are the originating point for the creation of all the cells that we have. So if you think about the beginning of life, so life begins at that first cellular division. So at the first cellular division, so you've got this one little component, and then all of a sudden it divides into two. And so then that then divides into 4, then it goes down to 8 and 16, so on and so forth. And then as that keeps going, if you imagine like this big
I take it that the stem cells really are the catalyst of that.
In the very beginning, that's really what we're talking about. These are these embryonic stem cells at the beginning. So all of these could be classified as stem cells.
Okay.
And so in the beginning, as these stem cells start growing and they start increasing in number, so at every cellular division, we're doubling and doubling. And so we're proliferating in that number. But what's fascinating about stem cells is as they increase in this number, they start to differentiate from each other. So that this triangle that we've drawn, by the time we get all the way down here and we're looking at this cell here, this cell is going to be completely different from this cell way over here. This cell might end up being nerve tissue. This cell might end up being intestinal lining. And so, and all that started from one cell. Now, in an adult body, we have stem cell groups now. So in the beginning, it was the embryonic cells. Those are the ones that we had an entire organism formed from just these beginning stem cells. Now we have a variation of type of stem cell within our bodies where they're cellular groups, where now these stem cells will grow and grow and grow, but they'll eventually turn into something also very unique and different. So maybe not an entire organism, but within a subgroup, something completely different from each other. And so the regenerative properties within the human body to heal, to grow, and to just keep us functioning, because we're constantly regenerating. The human body doesn't just simply exist as the way it is, it's always regrowing itself, because cells are always dying and they're being replaced. And that replacement comes from stem cells. So stem cells are existent in all of us. Matter of fact, my uncle passed away of cancer back in 2009. And when he was going through his treatment, he needed to have a stem cell transplant. He needed stem cells from a donor, and actually my father was the perfect match for him. And so my dad went through a procedure where they would take blood out of this arm, run it through a machine, isolate the stem cells out of his blood, pull that out, and then bring it back around and then re-inject it back over here. It's called plasmapheresis is the name of the procedure. And so he did that, did a wonderful job, and gave lots and lots of blood to help. Lowell is his name, my Uncle Lowell. And Lowell lived for quite a while after that.
Well, in essence, as I understand what you're saying to us, it's these stem cells that maintain their own population through self-renewal, essentially.
Right. Yes. And so stem cells actually renew themselves, and that's something else that's very unique, is that the self-renewal from those original cells up here, is that they can just keep on renewing and renewing and renewing over and over again. But then when they need that spark, when it's ready for them to grow, then all of a sudden they go into what's called that differentiation mode. Now those cells, instead of renewing themselves, now it's time for them to start growing into something. And that's the wonderful analogy. That component of stem cells is a wonderful analogy to the church today.
Well, and you have had that conversation. I think that's one of the things that caused me so much interest in this, because as we multiply as the body of Christ, we sometimes get the mentality in the American church that we want to be just like ourselves, that we don't, I don't want you in my church until you're pretty much similar to what all of us who are in my church already mentality. And we kind of hesitate at that differentiation within the body of Christ.
Right.
And so that's one of the things that's interesting to me. And you drew the analogy certainly with your Uncle Lowell, who was a dear friend of mine, and your bride Ashley. Cancer cells operate differently than stem cells, right?
Yes, very, very much so. So what happens is, as these stem cells are increasing in number, they're also increasing in this differentiation between each other. And so to where after a while, again, like I mentioned, these cells are going to look completely different from these cells. And that growth rate is so very, very well controlled. And if that rate starts to slip, if there's some sort of external influence on the environment that deviates it from its original intention, then what happens is those cells continue to grow, but they no longer differentiate. And then all of a sudden they will turn into something completely different from what they were supposed to. And that's the definition, that is the easy textbook definition of cancer.
Okay.
That rate has now taken
a cancer
over.
cell just creates another cell like itself.
Like itself.
And that's what the tumors come from and that sort of thing.
Exactly. So now we're growing, and instead of turning into something that we were intended to turn into, to differentiate something different over here, different from over here, instead of that, we're growing this one entity that has no purpose, that never really was not even supposed to be there, but it is self-replicating itself over and over and over again in the absence of differentiation.
Well, it seems to me that's happening a lot. We get this idea sometimes that, and it's rampant in the American church, that Christ accepts us the way we are. And we don't need to change because he accepts us the way we are. And so therefore we don't differentiate like stem cells are supposed to do, but we grow cancerously.
Yeah.
In the church. And Pastor Ferguson Sinclair was, I think, the one who said, Christ does not accept us the way we are. Rather, he accepts us despite the way we are and doesn't intend for us to stay the way we are. And it seems to me if a church fails to quit growing, there's a problem. And you had a good definition when cells quit growing in the human body.
Well, the easy definition of that is death. That's what happens. So if you grow without differentiating, you're cancer. And if you just stop growing, you're dead. And the analogy of the church is so simple, is that if a church stops growing, it's dead.